Hello, my friends. Well, it's a windy day, the leaves are blowing, but it's blown away the clouds. It was raining this morning, so that's nice. Today I'm going to talk about something that many van builds that I've seen on YouTube don't do. I'm not sure why they don't do this, perhaps because they don't really understand how to do it, I guess. Basically, it's insulating your rear doors. A lot of guys and girls, women, they will just like screw, quarter-inch tongue and groove pine right to the back door, no insulation. Well, I didn't do that personally. Basically, in my situation, I have a minimum of 1.5 inches of polystyrene, polyiso, in the door, and then where the window is, which is like probably a good third or more, almost half of the door, where the windows are, I have like 4 inches, because you get this huge sort of cavity, and then there's the flush part of the door. So I filled it all in, and let's see how I did that. I painted my windows. Looks like it's just been tinted. Alright, well, framed out the back door. And I use a cedar because it looks better. Inside, this is all that can be exposed. So here we have 1/2-inch polystyrene glued directly to a painted window, and that will stop any condensation. You can see there's like no gap at all. Well, might be hard to see, but trust me, there's no gap. I'm pressing down on this. You can see my fingers turning red. There's no movement. So that's how I do windows. I wish this van didn't have windows, but alas, that's the way she goes. So I'm going to cover this entire thing. Everything that you see with this wooden frame is all going to be filled in with polystyrene. Alright, coming together, slowly but surely. Made sure not to cover the door lock mechanism. Gotta go up and down. It's gonna be covered over. So another layer. That's 1.5 inches so far. So it was pouring rain the other day, so I cut up all my pieces of Thinsulate for this section up here, and it was getting late, so I just stuffed them in. I didn't glue them. Interesting thing that happened is it got wet, even though there is 2 layers of this stuff. 3 inches of Thinsulate, it still was wet underneath. I just dried it off now with a cloth, but under every single one, except where I didn't put the Thinsulate, like in these ones, because I didn't want to have to stuff it in there, it was all wet under there. Condensation. So now I'm like freaking out because over on this side, of course, I have all this Thinsulate stuffed up there underneath at 1 inch of polyiso. So oh boy, I really hope this stuff doesn't go moldy. I know it's supposed to be hydrophobic, but already, like, I've got this piece is mostly dry. It's a tiny bit wet on one edge right here, but I've got the other 2 pieces sitting on my dashboard drying in the sunlight, because obviously you don't want to glue them back up there when they're wet. But I guess I'm just gonna glue them in place and hope for the best, since that's what everybody else does. But definitely moist. Not good. Okay, this door is insulated. And now this is what it's almost going to look like finished. Just got to, I'm going to paint this black. And then I'm going to cover up the edges with some trim, like so. I don't even see these screws. So all the screws will be covered up. And that way it'll be nice and ticky-poo. Cedar and black. Can't go wrong with that. This is a bit messy here, so this is going to have to also be all fixed. Yada yada, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. I needed access to this little switch thing for sure. Because otherwise I won't be able to open my doors all the way. So it was pouring rain when I did this a couple days ago, so I cut this in the rain. It was all soaked, so I stuck some stuff in here to try to put an air gap in so that it would dry out. And it's dry, so obviously I gotta tighten these screws up anyway. Now, to make use of one full sheet of 4x8 1/4-inch plywood, I had to cut some pieces around it. So I'm probably going to put this little, something like this, just to cover this seam and pull it together a little bit so it's all ticky-poo. Now I'm deciding what I'm going to put down here, because if I just put paint and polyurethane, it's going to get all scratched up. I might use carpet. Just put a little small square there, because I'm going to have like my hand cart and musical gear, and it's going to bash against this and it's going to get scratched up. But same time, I don't know, carpet is kind of bad for air quality, so undecided. And in this section, I think I'm going to put my van stickers right here. At the top I'll probably have a poster once it's all finished. I was concerned that these 1/4-inch pieces were going to bend properly, because I don't know if you can tell, but it bends like this inwards. So luckily it worked. I thought I was going to break. And I'm glad I went with the 1/4-inch plywood instead of the 1/8 Luan, because any insulation that might be pushing out is like, the plywood is rigid enough that it pushes it back in a bit. Alright, there we have it. Job done for the day. Now to clean up my mess, go have some dinner. Dinner tonight, broccoli, corn, rice, and then I put this dal mixture on top as like East Indian dal. Usually $5, on sale for 3, so I thought, oh, I'll give it a try.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude. What are you doing?
Let's go. Over here. See that?
Yeah, I see it.
I'm gonna go down it.
Okay.
Makes the wrong sleeve.
Watch out for crocodiles.
Stop. Ready?
Yep.
Go. Whoa. Oh!
Is there any crocodiles down there?
No. Wait, you're seriously videotaping me?
Alright, my friends. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.